Hey guys, it's your boy Hazzy from Yark TV, your casual league gamer, and today we're going to talk about Riot Games' upcoming game, an MMORPG based on the League of Legends universe. Honestly, this is going to be so hard to talk about since there are no other releases that we can explain in depth, so we're just going to talk about my personal thoughts about the game and how somehow it got me really excited. We also have little to no leads to what is actually happening, but personally, I'm really excited on how it could turn out to be. As a softcore MMORPG player, I have an experience in playing games like those growing up only for such games to die after trying so hard. Some examples would be Perfect World, Rohan Online, MU, Trickster, Asda, Cabal Online, and even other games that are still alive as well, like Ragnarok, Dragon Nest, Guild Wars, and even Diablo 3. But I'm not really updated about those servers. But as a person who enjoys MMORPG so much, rather on relying on my imagination to explore, this upcoming game we are going to talk about has caught my attention. And hopefully we can play it soon with probably the soonest time possible, like as they say, in 6 years. League of Legends developer Riot Games is working on an MMORPG, and if you're not familiar with what an MMORPG is, it is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game which we all know can be very hard to develop and make. It usually contains spectacular exploring and experiencing battle systems including looting, crafting, enhancing, and trading items with real-time players. As we all know, an MMORPG could be the greatest, biggest, grandest, and hardest game the game developers can make, as it requires a lot of time, assets, and funds. It all started when Greg Street, who holds a very important role in Riot Games, tweeted about developing an MMORPG game which hints about it revolving around the League universe. As we all know, League of Legends are full of lores from all sides, from different characters, from different styles of stories, of fun, struggles, including a character's way of finding peace with himself, or even creepy and horror stories. This would actually be a great way of utilizing League of Legends' currently existing backstories, graphics, 3D models, and in-game relationships from one character to another, to finally all compile it into one big universe where everyone can explore and enjoy at their own pace, or may try to keep up with their friends who are a bit more on the competitive side. Speaking of competitive, I hope it will also allow some players to get competitive, as sometimes some players stay for the PvP while some players just want to spend some zen time with the game. I think Riot has the ability to grant that kind of wish where we players, both competitive and vanilla gamers, can finally unite. Guild Wars, 5v5 competitions, party PvE, these systems are sometimes what players stay for, and for the rest that don't would really appreciate what the League of Legends universe has kept in store for them, with so many lores to explore. They would probably enjoy views from maps Riot has developed that can really be appreciated, that are somehow related to the skins, like Darkstar maps, Elderwood maps, or a Battlecast universe, or just plain beautiful themed maps which we can appreciate once in a while. Thinking of all this reminds me of a Chinese anime called The King's Avatar, which somehow they continued telling its story with a live action version on Netflix with currently around 40 episodes. It is a story about esports, on how it has expanded so well and that businesses even seem to thrive and accept esports as an industry which we all gamers are trying to prove. It shows a game where it gets really competitive, like the current scene in League of Legends, but at the same time is playable like an MMORPG, where you can hang out, explore, and fight other people and monsters with your friends or other people in real time. The game is called Glory Online, and ever since I first watched this Chinese anime King's Avatar, I have been longing to find a game that matches it so well, even if I have to blindly ignore the graphics and just enjoy the system the game has for me. Anyway, Riot Games would really have to work so hard to beat the standards what the world's most renowned MMORPG the World of Warcraft, which so far has the best game systems for events, skirmishes, PvP, loots, raids, and even world bosses. Another example could be Guild Wars 2 as well. They would probably make items based on lores, like the upcoming single-player game, The Ruined King, that puts even more story to what used to be a normal game item, the Blade of the Ruined King. Next would be the party system. As we all know, players like me prefer to play with groups, as it gets really boring for me if I play single player games alone, because yes, I am boring and I wouldn't play horror survival games alone. I also hope there would be economy driven factions as well. As we all know, we have different sides of the current world like Demacia, Noxus, Felhord, and Shurima, and etc. It is just an expectation I derived from the game RF Online. As nation wars can more or less affect one's choice of choosing factions, like winning the last event on the common war grounds, could probably give a race buff or a monopoly of territory control or items that gives nations a slight advantage, which makes incoming new characters or players affect their choice into choosing or to making up their minds to be on that side. Imagine going around exploring with your friend Garen and Lux as they tank and support you, while you free hit your way with your own personalized character, probably a Demacian archer of some sort or whatever you want it to be, where you imagine yourself with a slow attack speed and skills currently, which also progresses to have more damage and faster animations or less casting time as you progress to get your items in game, but with a more nerve-wracking span of time, unlike League of Legends where it probably takes 2 or 3 minutes to farm a Berserker's Greaves that makes your attack speed higher by a fair amount of percentage. I would probably love to stay up all night to go on quest as I look for the ingredients of a Phantom Dancer to improve my stats and enjoy how much my new character now has a new playstyle since it has a new item compared to the old one now that I would be adjusting to my new attack speed. Imagine being a person that is so reliable on Nation Wars and imagine 10 internet friends asking you to be online tonight or the next Wednesday, because if not, your faction would have a disadvantage to the enemy's upcoming lineup or new set of competitive players or whatsoever, and after you lose such event, you lose important buffs like XP boosts or zone controls or whatever. It would also be nice if some players can just not choose a role or faction and become legendary solo players, like making a character with his own quest like Rise, that we all know in his lore progresses by playing solo, but all these, it could be too much even for Riot. I don't have access to any leaks at all, and I'm just saying my personal opinion or my expectations to what we can expect from Riot's upcoming MMORPG game. I have so much expectation from them as I somehow an above average gamer in League, and I'm really excited for this game. So much existing animations and graphics and stories, and I've been wishing for so long that they would just please make an MMORPG game. I love MMOs, I love exploring worlds, I love surviving, I love partying up with other players and getting loot. I would really want to play a game that is fast-paced, packed with action, and requires you to have high APMs and great team coordination without losing your progress after some skirmish like a MOBA game, and at the same time go online without having to break a neck. So I really hope it goes out like that. If you want a more in-depth video with leaks or early access, perhaps some scientific breakdown of what the game would probably be, I suggest you check out Necrit's video, which I would probably link down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also comment down below on what you think how the upcoming MMO is going to be, and if a lot of people would like this video, I might, just might, probably do my homework and find out more about the game and make more contents like these. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.